Now on CoastTV News.
Winter is officially here, and it's feeling like it this morning with temperatures in the 30s and 40s. However, we warm it up for Santa's arrival. A not-so-white Christmas. Details coming up.
The results are in. The winner of the special election District 37 race. And it's not the busiest holiday travel weekend, but it's pretty close. What AAA is recommending when you get on the road this weekend. And new ways of powering cars and businesses. The increase in solar arrays coming to Sussex County.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Friday, December 22nd, 2023. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. Matt Pensick has the morning off. Thank you so much for joining us on CoastTV News Today. And not only is it Friday, it is the first full day of winter. First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey joins us now with a look at your forecast. Bob, it is cold. There's no denying that. But it's not as cold as I was imagined for the first day of winter.
This is true. We've had colder mornings leading up to winter, Paige, and it is officially winter now. And we have cloud cover, so that's acting as an atmospheric blanket to keep us, well, just a little warmer than we have been. So it's cold, but not frosty cold, with 30s, even lower 40s along the coast right now. Del Mar 38, Milton 38, Redden 37. We've got a bit of a northeast breeze right now, so that feels like temperature maybe a degree or two colder than the actual temperature into the mid to upper 30s. So you want to bundle up this morning for sure, but I don't think we're scraping frost, as we are looking at some cloud cover, and we'll continue to see these clouds floating through as we go through the day. Here's 7 a.m. on Futurecast, temperatures in the 30s and 40s, and we'll continue to see some clouds and some sun as we go through the day. By noon into the mid 40s, and I think we're around 45 to 48 inland areas, a little cooler along the coast as we go into today. So cold to start out winter, but not especially frigid, and in fact we start to warm it up for Santa, so he does not need to layer up. We'll talk about your Christmas forecast and the all-important travel forecast coming up.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. The people of Millsboro and Georgetown have made their choice. Republican Valerie Jones-Giltner has won the race for District 37. She leads in the polls with an unofficial 1,805 votes. That's topping Jane Hovington by nearly 800 votes. This special election was needed after the resignation of former Representative Ruth Briggs King, who recently moved into a new home just over the district line. Happening in Lewis next month, a discussion of accessory dwelling units. On Wednesday, January 3rd, the Housing Committee will meet to discuss units like the one you see there on your screen. These types of units can be described as apartments over garages or basement apartments. This meeting is slated for 4 p.m. in Lewis City Hall. Happening tomorrow, or maybe for some, happening today. Many are hitting the roads to travel to see their loved ones and their friends for Christmas. But AAA says this year is expected to be the second highest travel year on record. Over 300,000 people in this area are expected to hit the roads in the coming days. It's expected to be the second busiest holiday travel season, only beaten out by 2019. Now, 90% of those travelers, they are expected to go by car. So the agency is asking people to account for that if you're driving to see your friends and family this weekend.
AAA anticipates that the peak travel times on Saturday will be between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. So if that's something that you want to avoid on the way to your holiday destination, we recommend travel during off-peak times. Get up early in the morning and hit the road, or wait until later in the day after 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
The busiest travel day is expected to be tomorrow, and the day after Christmas also expected to be very busy. Well, a new rebate program for Delaware towns. This is from the Delaware State Housing Authority, which announced the opening of the Downtown Development District's rebate program. With over $5 million available, this initiative now aims to revitalize 12 Delaware downtowns, including Georgetown, Milford, Seaford, and Laurel. The goal is to encourage private investment and job growth. The Housing Authority says large projects can apply for up to over $3 million, and small projects can apply for $2 million in rebates until February 27th. More public hearings for solar farms. A viewer from Seaford sent us this photo of a public hearing sign that is placed on a river road. You can see it right there on your screen. According to the sign, this public hearing is happening January 9th. Multiple proposed solar farms had public hearings in November. Those locations can be found on our website, coasttvnews.com. The River Road hearing is set to begin at 1:30 p.m. Well, First State Chevrolet in Georgetown set to construct a solar array. Those solar panels will power the dealership on 113. The array was paid for with a $220,000 grant from USDA Rural Development. This grant will not only power the business with renewable energy, but also prepare for the adoption of electric vehicles.
In our business, it made sense with electrification of some of our vehicles and some of the things that are going on that this is going to help us long term as a business to defray some of the power costs that we're going to have.
And Senator Tom Carper joined in this conversation and helped secure that grant. Well, moving on now, we are going to take a live look at the Israel-Gaza border. It seems every time we look there, it's a very hazy day. Today, the UN Security Council says it is expected to vote on a resolution there. And the UNSC is saying a pause now in military action is needed, bring the humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip. This, of course, is coming as the World Health Organization team reports, quote, unbearable scenes there in that region. John Lawrence shows us more.
Death and destruction surrounds the Gaza Strip after more than 2 months' worth of strikes between Israel and Hamas.
The fighting has to stop before we can really address the needs in Gaza and that the people are no longer killed.
The United Nations says close to 80% of people in Gaza are classified as being in a state of emergency or catastrophe.
As you can see behind me, the patients are on the hospital pews, they're on the floor. They're suffering enormously here. This is a completely unacceptable situation.
The Biden White House, which is leery about calls for a ceasefire, says Israeli officials are focusing on lower intensity attacks toward Hamas.
You're going to transition to a different set of objectives, and you're going to achieve those different set of objectives through different tactics and operations. I mean, that's just standard for the conduct of military operations.
According to the Hamas-controlled health ministry, roughly 20,000 Palestinians were killed since the war started on October 7th.
No one wants to see that. So we will continue to communicate with our Israeli partners on the importance of taking civilian safety into account in their operations.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Well, we are just getting started in this hour of CoastTV News today. Still ahead, we are gearing up for the big holiday. We're telling you the cool things to do along our coast this weekend. And parking problems, bringing heavy fines. We'll tell you how much you could be charged for violations along our coast. And it seems like the price of everything is rising. And now that includes stamps, how much more you can expect to pay in the new year when we get back.
Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. It has the motor and blades built right into the lid, so blend a shake at the gym, make pina coladas by poolside, or grind coffee beans for an iced cold brew on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 with free shipping. You'll also get 2 sipping lids, a second container, and the sports lid. Get it all for just $29.99. Order now.
Draper Holdings, parent company of WBOC and CoastTV, has an opening for a human resource specialist. Provide HR support for approximately 150 employees in 4 locations. Candidates should have an associate's degree with a background in recruitment, employee relations, and payroll. ADP and SHRM certification and a bachelor's degree are a plus. Join Draper Holdings as our newest human resource specialist with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Holdings is an equal opportunity employer.
Finding a primary care that fits your needs can be challenging. At Delmarva Acupuncture, we offer patient-focused primary care that puts you first. We'll sit down with you and conduct a comprehensive exam where we'll identify any issues you're dealing with and talk you through a treatment plan so you can make the best health choices for your well-being. Offering same and next day appointments and direct access to our practitioner. Call now and schedule your primary care visit as soon as tomorrow at Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center.
The doctors of Delmarva Chiropractic take great pride in offering the finest, most individualized care to their patients and stay on the cutting edge of healthcare and clinical interventions. As winners of Coastal Style and Metropolitan Magazine's Best Chiropractors for 7 years in a row, Doctors Lane, Brown, and Taylor help with conditions such as back pain, sciatica, headaches, concussions, dizziness, and much more. The clinic also offers laser therapy, decompression, acupuncture, and custom orthotics. Call Delmarva Chiropractic today and take the first step toward achieving your maximum potential.
Just about 5:10 on this Friday morning as we embark on the holiday weekend, Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam. We've got some clouds out there, and that cloud cover keeping us a little warmer, so to speak, into the upper 30s inland areas, even some lower 40s along the coast right now. We have a northeast wind. It's pretty light, so it feels like temperature's not horrible. It feels like mid to upper 30s right now. So those clouds keeping us a little warmer, so to speak, and we'll see those clouds throughout the day. Every once in a while, we will see a break in the clouds, but all in all, a pretty quiet weather pattern, and temperatures still on the cold side today. For those kiddos that still have school, off to school 37, cold and dry, bundle up and heading home, looking at 45 with chilly conditions.
All right, Bob, thank you. One man is facing charges after allegedly robbing the same bank twice. This all happened at the M&T Bank located on Sussex Highway and Herring Run Road. Seaford police say that it was 29-year-old Brandon Abbott. He was arrested for robberies that happened there October 21st and December 13th. Officers say they found clothes matching witnesses' descriptions of the suspect in a nearby dumpster. He has since been charged with robbery, wearing a disguise during the commission of a felony, and tampering with evidence. Another man now facing charges after police say he was driving towards them on the wrong side of the road in Bridgeville. Delaware State Police say that 32-year-old Marcus Eckert of Salisbury was driving in the Mill Park Drive area around 10:30 Tuesday morning. Troopers say they avoided getting hit by Eckert and then deployed emergency equipment. Eckert failed to stop, but troopers caught up to him later on Coverdale Road. Those charges include driving under the influence of drugs and felonies, including attempting to engage in firearms, carrying a deadly weapon. The Federal Trade Commission has unveiled a new plan to improve children's privacy and their protection online. The FTC saying digital platforms would be required to turn off targeted ads to children under 13-year-olds by default. Advertisers would also be prohibited from sending push notifications to them. These new rules would also expand protections against the collection of children's data in the classroom. All right, well, get ready to pay more in January as the price of forever stamps will go up. The U.S. Postal Service saying forever stamps will go from 66 cents to 68 cents January 21st, 2024. When forever stamps were introduced in 2007, those cost 41 cents each. This will be the fifth increase since then. Other USPS services like Priority Mail Express, those will also cost more beginning next month. Still to come this morning, the countdown to Christmas in its final days. We're telling you what events you can enjoy when you visit friends and family. And Delmarva cracking down on parking violations. We'll tell you how much you could be charged for breaking the rules.
And it's a chilly start out there and a very cold looking Atlantic Ocean, especially in the dark, especially first day of winter. 41 in Ocean City, Gateway Subaru Cam. It's going to warm up into Christmas. Santa won't need to layer up. More on that, plus your travel forecast. That's coming up in 2 minutes.
This is a real court, no matter what Yelp says.
January 2nd, spend the night.
Strap in, baby.
With family.
I'm not in favor of lying. Lying is what parents need to do sometimes to build trust.
Night Court and Extended Family, January 2nd on NBC and Peacock.
I've always wanted to work with the acts.
This time around, we had the job of mentoring.
I'm very proud to have you on my team.
AGT Fantasy League, January 1st on NBC and Peacock.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live. so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group. Watch for the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
It is 5:15 on your Friday, and we have a live look now at Seaford. And Bob, I see you have your snowflake tie on, but I'm guessing that's just in celebration of the first day of winter, not snow like maybe there in Seaford.
Yeah, you know, I figure we're not going to see the real snow, Paige, so why not have a decorative one, a fashionable one? So, yeah, first day of winter, break out the snowflake tie, and sometimes I would wear it if we're going to get snow, but we are not going to get snow. Make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the CoastTV weather app. A lot of folks hitting the highways and byways and the friendly skies as well. Here's our airport travel. We're looking at dry and chilly conditions across the East Coast today. So Baltimore, New York, Philly, and D.C. It'll be chilly, but it will be dry. You head into the Midwest, we're looking at some rain for Chicago, back through maybe Dallas, and then L.A. They have a lot of rain down there. Expected delays right now. We have all the green jets showing everything's a go, no delays. But that said, it's a very busy day, so you can still see that. And the expected weather delays minor across the Midwest, maybe moderate in a few places with some of that heavier rain. So all in all, the travel weather not too bad. And across Delmarva right now, it's chilly and cloudy and dry with temperatures in the 30s and 40s. We've got a northeasterly breeze right now, so it feels like middle to upper 30s right now. And we have that cloud cover that's floating through, not producing anything in the way of rain or snow, just some overcast skies as our flow is still coming out of the northwest. If you are traveling up and down the East Coast, looking mainly dry, but we have the rain from Texas into the Midwest. Nothing frozen there. And then we have a big storm across Southern California, really pounding LA and the mountains with rain there. So those are your travel trouble spots. Here's our futurecast this morning at 7. Temperatures in the 30s. We're in and out of the clouds all day, and by noon we're into the middle 40s, and I think that's where we'll top out. Maybe some upper 40s this afternoon as we go into this evening. Maybe you're headed out to dinner, getting that last-minute Christmas shopping done. We're looking at temperatures in the mid-30s at midnight, and by Saturday morning, temperatures in the 30s, and then by Saturday afternoon, we're into the lower 50s. So our warm-up begins, and the overnight low temperatures also come up. Some cloud cover as we go into Sunday morning. That is Christmas Eve day. Looking at temperatures in the 30s, and by Christmas Eve afternoon into the middle 50s. So looking pretty good there. Winds are light. They're eventually going to start to turn in out of the east as we go through time, and feels like temperatures are in the 30s and 40s during the day, and then feeling like 20s and 30s at night. And then we see a bigger improvement as we go into Saturday. We are looking at a mild Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and looking dry too if you're going to midnight services on Christmas. We're looking at dry and chilly conditions, increasing clouds on Christmas Day. Then I think we'll start to see some rain building in as we go into Tuesday and beyond. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 46 today, 52 Saturday. And for Christmas Eve, hello, Santa 55. Santa can go with the short sleeve red suit as we go into Christmas. 58 on Monday. We're only dreaming of a white Christmas, and then rain and mild Tuesday and on into Thursday. Our umbrella winner today is Glenn Levering from Millsboro. Congratulations, Glenn, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV.
Bob, I don't know how I feel about short sleeve Santa. It's freaking me out. All right, well, drivers, you need to check twice next time you parallel park in Rehoboth Beach. The city there has decided to increase the fines to $50 if drivers parallel park incorrectly. The city says it sees a lot of drivers parallel park with the back of their car facing the front of the spot. Commissioners say it's a safety concern because the front of the car is facing incoming traffic, but some locals disagree because they believe there are just more important parking issues to handle.
I don't. There are so many fines and they're already exorbitant, and I think people are really upset. My customers are always complaining they can't find parking. It has been a nightmare the last few years, and we have to do something because there's so many more people coming into the Rehoboth. The population's increasing, the visitors are increasing, our tourism is at its all-time high, and I really think it's a problem.
And the parking department originally suggested the fine increase because this was a more common issue it saw this past summer. But this brings us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know, do you agree with the increased fines or wrong way parallel parking? So let's take a look at these results. Surprisingly here, at least for me, 79% of you say you do agree with the increased fine. I don't know, I thought maybe more people would disagree. You don't want to pay more money, but just 15% of you disagree. 6% of you say, you don't really care. It does not concern you. You don't really worry about it. All right, if you haven't voted yet, you can still share your opinion. Head to coasttvnews.com or our mobile app. Well, we here on Coast TV News researched parking citation fees for other coast towns that are already set. So to help you out here, in Lewis, a regular parking citation fine is $40. Ocean City, it's $50. Fees may vary for other parking violations in Lewis and Ocean City, however. Bethany Beach, also $50, and in Fenwick, it's $50 or $75, depending on the violation. Still more to come on Coast TV News today. Agriculture policy and legislation. That's what's coming up in Maryland soon. We're telling you what the state's government discussed. Don't go anywhere.
Christmas weekend on the coast. Coming up, I'll show you all the cool lights to see and places you can go on the holidays when they arrive.
Local businesses are the lifeblood of our communities.
When you're shopping for gifts this holiday season, please buy local.
I'm Paige.
And I'm Leah from Coast Life, and we're urging you to buy from businesses on Delmarva this holiday season.
Whether it be cars, toys, or furniture.
When you shop local, you support your local community, you protect local jobs, and you strengthen the local economy.
So let's use our buying power.
Because together, we make Delmarva stronger.
The Today Show, weekdays at 7 on Coast TV.
Be a penguin on New Year's Day at the AGH Penguin Swim. Come out to Ocean City on New Year's Day or join our cyber swim and take an ice-cold dip wherever you are. Proceeds benefit the Atlantic General Hospital Foundation. For more info and to register in advance, visit aghpenguinswim.org.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid, yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Glassman, what are you doing?
I decided I wanted to be Santa Glass this year.
You can't do the voice. Stop it.
Come on. At least can we give away all the cool stuff?
It slays the holidays, and this year we're giving a prize a day for the entire month of December.
That includes concert tickets, autographed guitars, drum heads, and more.
From these artists and more.
Slays the Holidays is brought to you by Wilkins Wild Lights.
More details at 935thebeach.com.
Get live radar and severe weather alerts. Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app. Brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
I'm Madeline Overturf. Here's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. The Maryland Department of Natural Resources is asking you to look out for cold-stunned turtles. It's like hypothermia in sea turtles. If you see a lethargic or floating sea turtle in the Chesapeake Bay or on the coast, contact the Maryland Natural Resources Police. For the second time in a year, Records Pond Pier near Laurel is closed. This time, Denrex says it's due to heavy rains. The floating dock was partially submerged due to massive outflow from the dam and broke away. Salisbury has received nearly $5 million in loan forgiveness to address chemical levels in the Naylor Mill Village Mobile Home Park and extend water services to that area. That's a look at just some of the things happening across Delmarva. I'm Madeline Overturf.
Berlin wants to hear from its locals. Salisbury University's Business, Economic, and Community Outreach Network is seeking residential input on a new strategic plan. Locals are invited to community listening sessions to share opinions and ideas as the town plans for the future. The 2 sessions include Wednesday, January 10th from 10:30 a.m. until noon at the Berlin Library, and Wednesday, January 17th, that's from 6 until 7:30 at the St. Paul United Methodist Church. Millions of dollars in funding is coming to improve roads across Maryland. That's all according to the Maryland delegation members. More than $25 million is coming from the U.S. Department of Transportation's Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program. U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen's office says $320,000 is going to the city of Cambridge to improve bicycle accessibility and more, and $280,000 to Queen Anne's County, and that's aiming to develop a comprehensive safety action plan. Discussions around key agriculture policy matters and potential legislation could impact the Maryland farming industry. That's what the board of directors of the Maryland Farm Bureau and Governor Wes Moore discussed this week. According to the Farm Bureau, the issue of solar sitting on agriculture lands, strategies to combat food insecurity, and the expansion of urban agriculture are expected in the next session of the Maryland General Assembly. Well, we are going to take another look at your forecast now. Bob, I'll be honest, I was expecting it to be a little colder when I walked outside the door this morning.
I'll be honest, too. I was expecting it to be in the 20s. So, full confession here. I guess I blew the low temperature a little bit, but I apologize for that. I expected mid-to-upper 20s, but anytime you get clouds, it just keeps it warmer. Anyway, if you're hitting the roads for today, we're looking at temperatures in the 40s, 46 in Millsboro, dry roads, 46 in Laurel, Harrington at 42, Eastern Shore of Maryland, maybe you're getting that last-minute shopping done, 46 in Easton, 46 in Federalsburg, and Denton at 44, and Princess Anne, Pocomoke City, and Chincoteague all 48, with Snow Hill at 48 degrees. And we continue to warm things up as we await Santa's arrival. He's going to need the wheels for the sleigh. No snow. We're just dreaming of a white Christmas. More on the forecast coming up.
I'm impatiently waiting for him, Bob. Thank you. Well, Christmas Eve is Sunday, so the clock is ticking to finalize your shopping, get those presents all wrapped up. And Coast TV's Mallory Metzner has a preview of the merriest events along the coast.
It's Christmas weekend. Check your favorite stores for different holiday hours to finish up your shopping. There's still a full week left to see all the big light displays along the coast. If you haven't taken a stroll through these swirly twirly lights or tried your hand at changing the colors of these spheres, then head to Ocean City. Winterfest of Lights is open 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. through New Year's Eve. Just down Coastal Highway, this display keeps the festive fun on track inside the Welcome Center at the Convention Center. The Holiday Train Garden is open Wednesday through Sunday from 5:30 to 9 p.m. through New Year's Eve. Admission is free, but donations will be accepted for Ocean City Beach Patrol. Shelville is open Friday and Saturday night, but closed Christmas Eve and day. Glide through the Christmas Village, listening to performances by South Penn Dixie on Friday and Kristen and the Noise on Saturday. Holly Jolly Trolley, this festive ride will take you to see the Lewis lights. The event was closed due to flooding earlier this week, but it's shining bright for Santa and his reindeer this Christmas weekend. Gather around a campfire in Lewis at the Crooked Hammock Brewery. Book your spot for s'mores and hot chocolate and watch the backyard fill with snow. It's not just reindeer visiting from the north. The Cape Water Taxi is offering seal watching on the Delaware Bay to safely see a colony of seals. Cruises are available Saturday at 10:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. Here are some theaters in the area with showtimes all weekend long and on Christmas Day. Grab tickets and popcorn to see some of the current movie listings at the movies at Midway. The Cinema Art Theater in Lewis has several films opening over the course of the holiday weekend. Their Christmas Day screening is Dreaming of a Jewish Christmas. Or in Ocean City, both Fox Gold Coast and Flagship Premium Cinemas are open, and at Milford Movies 9. And here's a list of churches offering Christmas Eve and candlelight services. Epworth United Methodist Church in Rehoboth Beach, Conley's United Methodist Church in Lewis, Lighthouse Baptist Church on Route 24, St. Mary Star of the Sea Holy Savior Parish in Ocean City is offering Mass at several different times on Christmas Eve. For more cool things to do and even a list of restaurants open on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, go to CoastTVNews.com.
Brought to you by North Bay Marina, where boaters have the most fun.
Come out for the Delmarva Shorebirds Hot Stove Banquet, Thursday, February 8th at the Wicomico Youth and Civic Center. Get your tickets today, which include a buffet-style dinner and your opportunity to meet former Orioles pitcher Ben McDonald. Plus, there will be a cash bar and silent auction with sports memorabilia from your favorite MLB and minor league teams. Proceeds benefit the Shorebirds Fly Together Fund. Tickets available now at theshorebirds.com.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness, itchiness, or coldness? Then you need the new, clinically proven Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way.
After using Legzercise for a week, I felt like I wanted to go for a walk again without pain like I used to.
Legzercise Pro's patented walking simulator propulsion technology moves your feet back and forth along its concave track, creating constant movement and flex at both the knee and ankle joints. It's like having a physical therapist right in your own home.
It's helped with the swelling and the pain. The tingling feeling is gone.
Call right now and order your very own Legzercise Pro, the clinically proven automatic leg mover that soothes pain and naturally promotes healthy circulation. Call now.
Over 100 boys and girls basketball teams. 5 days of the best high school basketball talent in the country. And it's all on the Delmarva Sports Network. From the first tip of the day to the wrap-up show each night, DSN will bring you all the action. The 41st Annual Governor's Challenge, exclusively on DSN. Presented by OC Floor and Home Gallery and Piedmont Airlines. Download the DSN app to see the action from every court. Local teams, big dreams.
This is Coast TV News Today.
It is 5:31. Happy Friday, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Paige Marley. When you step outside your home this morning, you'll definitely be hit with some cold, but you don't necessarily need to bundle all the way up. First Alert meteorologist Bob Try joins us now to explain and help you prepare as you make your way out the door. Hey there, Bob.
Hey, Paige. Good morning. Good morning, Delmarva. You're exactly right. Don't need to bundle up all the way. It's not bitter cold. Not going to get slapped in the face with a lot of cold wind. That said, it's still chilly for the first day of winter. Upper 30s inland. We've got lower 40s along the coast. And there is a bit of a breeze, but not as ferocious as it has been in the last few days. It's coming out of the northeast. So those feels like temperatures are in the 30s right now. And we have some cloud cover, and the clouds act as an atmospheric blanket. They keep us a little warmer, and that was the case overnight. So instead of 20s, we were in the 30s. We have more of these clouds that are filtering in from the west, but we still have high pressure in place. So we are looking at, well, a dry day, but we'll be seeing more of those clouds. Here's Futurecast at 7. Temperatures above freezing. We are already above freezing. Mid-morning, 41 Millsboro, around 39 Delmar, 41 Dewey Beach, and by noon we're into the mid-40s. So you're doing that last-minute shopping, maybe heading home from school and hitting the roads. We're looking at middle 40s for this afternoon, so not all that bad. And with the cloud cover, I don't think you need the ice scraper this morning. I'm going no frost. Much more on your holiday forecast coming up in just a bit.
Looking forward to it, Bob. Thank you so much. Crowded, that's the easiest way to describe the major highways on Delmarva today and likely for the rest of the weekend. AAA says this year is on track to set records for the number of people hitting the roads to spread holiday cheer. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reiner shows us what to look out for on your holiday travels.
Run, Run Rudolph through Sussex County. Thousands of people are hitting the road this holiday season. In Delaware alone, AAA predicts nearly a third of the state, 300,000 people, will be on the move.
We're looking at 3 back-to-back 3-day holiday weekends. We're also looking at an extended 10-day holiday period where people take the extra time off from work and off from school, so they have the time in their schedule and the flexibility to travel.
This holiday season is expected to be the second busiest year on record, trailing only 2019. DelDOT says basic precautions like wearing seatbelts, driving sober, and following speed limits will help you arrive alive.
Give yourself some extra time to get to where you're going. just anticipating that there is likely to be traffic, especially if you are going to be traveling out of state. And with the long holiday weekend, we do think it is going to be a very highly traveled weekend.
As for gas prices, the average statewide is around $3.07 a gallon. Of course, driving isn't the only way to travel. You can also expect about 18,000 people from the first state to take to the sky over the next few weeks. According to Tidwell, the busiest travel day of the week is expected to be December 23rd, but according to her, another busy travel day is expected to be the day after Christmas. I'm Charles Reinert in Sussex County, CoastTV News.
While we're on the topic of traveling, you can now plan yours with public transit. That's because DART released its holiday service schedule for the holidays on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. DART will operate regular Sunday services statewide. On Christmas Day and New Year's Day, DART services, both fixed route and paratransit, will not operate. And we have a fun reminder for you. Make sure to tune into Coast TV for our Delmarvelous Christmas special. This special will play Christmas Eve at 11 p.m. and Christmas Day at 5 p.m. It is full of holiday cheer and celebrations you do not want to miss. Well, as we move on, the people of Millsboro and Georgetown have made their choice. Republican Valerie Jones Giltner has won the race for District 37 in Delaware. She leads in the polls with an unofficial 1,805 votes, and that's topping Jane Hovington by nearly 800 votes. The special election needed after the resignation of former Representative Ruth Briggs King, who recently moved into a new home just over the district line. Happening in Lewis next month, a discussion of accessory dwelling units. Wednesday, January 3rd, the Housing Committee will meet to discuss units like the one you see on your screen. These types of units can be described as apartments over garages or basement apartments. This meeting is slated for 4 p.m. in Lewis at City Hall. Happening today, the UN Security Council says it's expecting to vote on a resolution that calls for suspending the war between Israel and Hamas. This comes as the World Health Organization teams report, quote, unbearable scenes in the region. The United Nations saying close to 80% of people in Gaza are classified as being in a state of emergency or catastrophe. The White House saying Israeli officials are now focusing on lower intensity attacks towards Hamas. 15 people are dead after a shooting in Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic. That's according to police there Thursday. Police say officers were deployed due to a shooting in the philosophy department building of Charles University. And according to police, the shooter was a student at that university. The police department saying some 30 people have been wounded, and it's urging people also to leave the surrounding streets and stay inside. The Prime Minister canceled his scheduled events and is heading there for Prague. So a lot more news to get to this morning, so don't go anywhere. Coming up, handing over the holiday tree. We'll tell you how you can recycle your Christmas tree in a fun local way. And gearing up for Governor's Challenge, we're showing you a first look at the excitement you can expect next week as teams from across the country face off in Wicomico County. And aiding mental health for veterans, we're showing you one book that deals with the issues of depression and more. Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
This year, share all the love you have during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event going on now through January 2nd. With every Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to one of these 5 charities and an additional $50 when you choose your hometown charity, plus $5 for every routine service performed. Make the most of the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event and start changing lives in your community together with Gateway Subaru. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Once upon a time in Rehoboth Beach was a lost little elf, his home far from reach. When all of a sudden he saw a twinkling sign, a magical winter village? Could it be mine? His eyes grew wide as he walked through the doors. The North Pole, you say? No, Shellville, of course. A magical maze was his first stop on the tour. Wasting no time at all, he set out to explore. With so much to discover and so much to do, he knew for a fact all his dreams would come true. After all the excitement, he needed a treat, a warm, tasty beverage to help move his feet. No longer did he feel so lost and alone. Our brave little elf had found a new home.
Just about 5:40 on this Friday as a lot of folks hitting the highways and byways for Christmas. Boardwalk Plaza camera right now 40 in Rehoboth Beach, so we're frost free pretty much everywhere. Lower 40s down the coast. Bethany Beach 43, as is Ocean City, but inland areas mid to upper 30s as we have a northeast wind and some cloud cover. That's keeping temperatures up a little bit, but still feels like 31 with the wind in Milford, 34 in Rehoboth, so bundle up even though it's not especially frigid out there. We are looking at the cloud cover. Nothing in the way of any rain or snow with this cloud cover will be keeping it nice and quiet. So you don't need the umbrella today. Here's your checklist. You need the winter coat, hat and gloves. Don't need the ice scraper. You always need that warm beverage, maybe some hot chocolate or coffee out the door. And sunglasses, yeah, I think we'll see some peaks of sun from time to time.
Hot chocolate sounds good, Bob. I'll do it. You said so. I'm picking some up. All right, well, now Melissa Legates is pulling up a manuscript that delves into her hardships of depression and suicide as an Air Force veteran. This Milford local recently published a book, Defeating Suicide, and it aims to help other veterans who are struggling with their own mental health.
I want them to know that there are things that they can do to get themselves out of that rut and then reach back and help other people get themselves out of mental anguish as well. And it's not a 100% prison sentence that you're going to be suffering with mental illness the rest of your life.
And Legates plans to come out with a second book that's focused more on the current resources for people in the Air Force.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Yeah, happy Friday, sports fans. We're going to give you a little inside scoop at where everyone else from DSN is right about now ahead of the holiday weekend. They're setting up for this. Governor's Challenge begins next week at the Wacomico Youth and Civic Center, and games we played at several venues, including Y-High, as well as the Heights Center, the home of the UMES Hawks. Some of the top teams on the shore will go at it at the Civic Center, along with top talent from around the nation, including DeMatha and Arizona Compass Prep, the number 6 high school team in the country. We'll have coverage of Governor's Challenge beginning at 10 in the morning on Tuesday. Each day consists of 6 games on Court 1, capped by the final score on the Delmarva Sports Network. We'll also be carrying streams of 3 separate games on the DSN app, free to download on all platforms. And for you longtime NBA fans, the Pistons, well, they're on the wrong side of history. With Detroit's loss to the Jazz last night, Motown's team is 1 defeat away from 26 in a row. That would tie the NBA record. Chants of sell the team broke out during a 119-111 loss to the Utah Jazz. Silver lining for you Sixers fans out there, Philly is tied with the Cavs for that record with 26 straight L's, so maybe 2 more, not so bad. That'll do it for sports this morning. Have a great holiday weekend.
And we have a reminder for you now. Don't forget you can tune in to Coast TV News for some Saturday football this weekend. This Saturday, it is the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That begins at 4:30 p.m. Then we have your hyper-local broadcast at 11 p.m. Saturday night. Some entertainment news now. Mark Wahlberg shows his streaming power, and the Golden Globes finally gets a new host. Here's Rick Damigella with the Hollywood Minute.
At least let me put my kid down.
Mark Wahlberg becomes a streaming force. The actor's latest film, The Family Plan, is already setting records. Deadline reports that the actioner has become the most viewed movie in Apple TV Plus history. The news comes just 1 week after the film's release.
Oh, I mean, it literally is a dream come true.
The Golden Globe Awards get a new MC. Joe Coy has been announced as the host of the 81st Annual Golden Globe Awards. This marks the comedian's first foray as a host for a major awards show, and viewers will see how he does when the ceremony airs live on January 7th.
Is that fair? No. No? No. Why not? Because you're a poo-poo head.
A heartwarming movie gets a big-name producer. Oscar winner Peter Farrelly has become an executive producer on the independent film Daruma. The drama features 2 lead stars with disabilities in a narrative that doesn't center on disability as a plot point. Daruma will screen as part of the Slam Dance Film Festival in January. In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
The Bless Our Children campaign is in full swing already. We have collected almost $300,000 to help provide Christmas for children who otherwise might go without it. As we all know, this year is creating many hardships for more people. The need for help is even larger. Thank you so much to everyone who has donated to our Bless Our Children campaign already. As you can see, our tree is filling up with cards and your thoughtful messages. This card right here has Santa on it, checking his naughty and nice list. I know everyone on Delmarva is on the nice list this year, especially Bill and Joan Sharp. They are from Milton. They sent us this lovely card and a donation. It really does help make sure that every child on Delmarva has a fantastic Christmas. If you want to help and you want to donate, go to blessourchildren.org. Again, if you would like to donate, you can also send in a donation and a holiday card. We may read your well wishes on air. Send in a check or a money order to the address on your screen, or of course, donate online. Thank you so much for all of your help ensuring every child on Delmarva has a very Merry Christmas. And of course, the holiday season in full swing, and so there are a lot of lights and decorations all over Delmarva. We love seeing how you are decorating your home. Take a look at your screen. A beautiful Christmas tree right there, very traditional with the lights. And we just love this scene there in the front. It just looks like a little Christmas village, a very cozy living room. This was sent to us by Donna and Rick from Selbyville. Thank you so much for sending us that photo. We want to continue to see how all of you decorate your home for the holidays. So take a look at your screen. Send us pictures and videos to coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse. We'll be right back.
Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders. Draper Holdings, parent company of WBOC and CoastTV, has an opening for a human resource specialist. Provide HR support for approximately 150 employees in 4 locations. Candidates should have an associate's degree with a background in recruitment, employee relations, and payroll. ADP and SHRM certification and a bachelor's degree are a plus. Join Draper Holdings as our newest human resource specialist with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Holdings is an equal opportunity employer.
Intruders are more likely to target homes with dark zones. Take the bullseye off your house and turn on Bionic Spotlight Extreme 360, the motion-activated home defense light that looks just like a high-tech security camera. It detects even the slightest motion and automatically triggers 6 ultra-bright LED high beams. During the day, it's disguised as a high-tech security camera. It's completely wireless and installs in just seconds. Powered by solar panels, no batteries needed. It adjusts a full 360 degrees. Call or go online and order your Bionic Extreme 360 for just $19.99. But wait, we can also include a second one. Just pay a separate fee. Plus, we'll give you free shipping on your entire order.
To order, call 1-800-316-1548 or go online to buybionic360.com. So call 1-800-316-1548 or go to buybionic360.com.
See the beauty of Delmarva from a bird's eye view soaring over the shore. Mondays on CoastTV News at 6. Brought to you by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Bring the mat to your living room. From the first takedown to the last pin, high school wrestling lives here on Delmarva Sports Network. Local teams, big dreams.
It is 5:48 on this Friday morning, and you are taking a live look now at Ocean View. And Bob, I'm saying it is a great day to get outside and maybe do some Christmas shopping. How about it?
That's exactly what I'm doing later today, Paige. So, boy, perfect timing, right? And I think the weather will be conducive to getting that last-minute shopping done. Just make sure you bundle up, but it will be dry. And temperature's a little bit below average. Make sure you scan the QR code and make sure you take the Coast TV weather app with you during the holidays. It's important to have as we embark on the holiday weekend. 46 today, a couple degrees below the average of 48, and then we start to warm it up for Santa. Warm it up for Santa, that doesn't sound right. 52 on Saturday, then Christmas Eve day, 55. Santa won't need to layer up at all. Christmas Day, we're looking at 58, and then by Tuesday, up to 60 degrees. So we're starting winter, and temperatures are going in the wrong direction, but I'm sure a lot of folks really like the warmer weather for Christmas. Temperatures in the 30s right now, into the upper 30s inland areas, lower 40s along the beaches, so we're staying frost-free this morning. A bit of a breeze out there coming in out of the northeast. Feels like temperatures are in the middle to upper 30s, so not too tough to take as we're looking at cloud cover. And when we get cloud cover at night, that really prevents any kind of heat to escape into space. So that gets trapped under that cloud deck. So that's what we have right now, the clouds from D.C. into New York and Pittsburgh as well. We actually still have high pressure in place. So travel weather up and down the East Coast is looking good, but across the Midwest and Plains, we're looking at rain from Dallas to St. Louis and on into the Chicago area. The Rockies are looking dry, but then we've got a big storm moving into Southern California. A lot of rain for Los Angeles, so keep that in mind in your travels. But for us this morning, it's just cold. We've got some clouds. By noon, we're into the mid-40s, a little cooler along the beaches, and maybe a little more sunshine as we go into the afternoon, and temperatures into the middle to maybe some upper 40s. This evening, we keep it in the 30s with mostly clear to partly cloudy skies, and by Saturday morning, we're seeing lows in the 30s. By noon on Saturday, temperatures breaking that 50-degree marker, at least approaching it as we go into the afternoon hours, and then we move into Christmas Eve day, or at least the night before. We're seeing some of those clouds, and by Sunday morning, temperatures in the 30s, and then into the mid-50s for highs as we head into Christmas Eve day, and then it just gets warmer from there. Feels like temperatures into the 30s and 40s as we go into this afternoon. At night, feeling like 20s and 30s, but then we do start to recover pretty well as our flow turns in out of the southwest. We see a mild and dry Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day is dry as well with increasing clouds. Then I think the day after Christmas we'll see some rain increasing, and that continues for a couple of days. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. You can see how temperatures ramp up from the 40s into the 50s. Christmas Eve 55, Christmas Day 58. Then the rain builds in Tuesday and Wednesday with a high of 60. Cooler lingering showers Thursday.
Well, Christmas is just days away, and you may be wondering already, what will you do with your live Christmas tree after the holiday? We have a few ways you can recycle your tree this year. This is all according to the Delaware Department of Agriculture. The department says make sure your tree is completely undecorated before you recycle it, and then reach out to your local livestock owner. See if they would like the tree for their animals. Set your tree in your backyard, and you can decorate it with some edible ornaments to feed wildlife. Love that idea. You can use pine cones, peanut butter, birdseed, berries, or apples. All right, well, coming up next on Coast TV News Today, pill-less pain relief. We're telling you how people are becoming pain-free without drugs.
And we're heading into Christmas with a warming trend. That's right. We'll have to keep dreaming of a white Christmas since we actually won't see one. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
Sign up to grow your team at the 2024 Draper Media Job Fair, powered by Premier Staffing Solutions. Be a part of the best marketed and most successful job fair on Delmarva, according to past employers who participated. The Draper Media Job Fair is Saturday, February 24th from 10 to 2 in the Jason Building at Del Tech in Georgetown. Meet over 1,000 applicants looking for work. For more info, go to wbocevents.com.
Coming up this week on the Delmarva Home Show. We showed some holiday homes off last week, and we thought since this episode airs on Christmas Eve, why not show off some more festive homes? We're touring a holiday home in Milford decked out in black, red, and bling. We're also checking out a home in Delmar that has 15 Christmas trees. The final home we're showing off is in Virginia, and we're giving you an exterior look at Josh's amazing light display. You can watch the Delmarva Home Show on Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on WBOC.
Your week with Wheel.
Everyone is invited.
It's Sweethearts Week.
It's Teachers Week.
Teen Week.
Margaritaville.
Restock the margarita bar.
Friday at 7 on Coast TV.
When we hear that sound, the competition is on.
12,400. Whoa, he's betting everything. This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Friday at 7:30 on Coast TV.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
A growing crisis is crippling our nation. Millions of Americans are living in severe pain, and they're turning to prescription painkillers for help. The CDC reports 20% of U.S. adults are experiencing chronic pain. Of those with chronic pain, up to 30% misuse opioids, and that means millions are living in a vicious cycle of pain and addiction. But now, as Marty Salt shows us, an implant may help relieve pain without drugs.
My addiction started with alcohol when I was 23.
Malia Baird's addiction continued for 2 decades.
I was actually on my way to an alcohol class that was mandated, and I decided that I would stop at the liquor store and get ready for that meeting.
She never made it. Malia blacked out behind the wheel.
By the time I woke up, I had had 4 or 5 major surgeries.
Basically, everything below her waist was broken, the pain overwhelming, and she was addicted to narcotics. Neurosurgeon Giancarlo Barallet at Presbyterian St. Luke's Medical Center in Denver introduced a neurostimulator to relieve Malia's pain. He placed electrodes between Malia's spinal cord and vertebra. A battery pack was placed under the skin near her buttocks. This device stops the majority of the pain signals.
We're able to either interrupt or change that signal so that when it reaches the brain, it's not perceived as pain.
The electrodes are controlled by a remote control that patients manage. A study published in the journal Pain found that neurostimulation was effective in reducing opioid use by nearly 60%. Malia uses her stimulator every day and is now completely drug and alcohol free. I'm Marty Salt reporting.
It is 5:56 this morning. Time now to check in with our coastal pet of the day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique. On your screen right now is a beautiful girl named Huntress. She is coming all the way from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. Huntress is 10 years old, and she loves to snuggle, and she is also eager to find her forever loving home. You can adopt Huntress or any other pet from the Brandywine Valley SPCA, and now is the perfect time as all adoption fees for large dogs, those are sponsored through the end of the year. Great news there. Hey, we want to keep seeing your pets on Delmarva, so send us photos and tell us what makes your pet so special. Take a look at your screen, email us at the email right there, and of course watch weekdays from 5 to 7 to see all the pets we feature. It's now 5:57. It's time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door. Bob, first day of winter, but kind of feels like maybe an average day of fall or a cold day of fall.
It is a little topsy-turvy, Paige. You know, fall felt more like winter. Now winter is feeling more like fall. So it's going to really feel like fall as we go into the weekend with a big warm-up. And today, a lot of folks hitting the roads and temperatures in the 30s, eventually into the 40s with a mix of sun and clouds. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. The warm-up really kicks in heading towards Christmas. 52 Saturday, Christmas Eve 55, Christmas Day 58, showers Tuesday and Wednesday, pretty mild, and then a cool down heading towards the new year, middle 40s as we head towards 2024.
Thank you so much. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, hitting the roadways for the holidays, we're telling you how to prepare your travel plans ahead of the big day. We will be right back.